Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be making our third person character have some combos, some animations and everything, just to make the game a bit more interesting, and then in the next session we're going to be looking at applying damage to our Girl Scout over here. Okay, so I've already gone on to Mixamo, I've downloaded the character that I like, and I've downloaded an idol, a run, and I've downloaded 3 different MMA moves. So I've got a cross punch, an MMA kick, and then a different type of MMA kick. I've already made the animation blueprint, so just in case that you've forgotten how to do this, I'll run through it extremely quickly. But if I go onto my event graph, so I've casted to the third person character, I've got its velocity, vector length, I've promoted that to a variable to set the speed, and then going into the state machine, I've added that, my idle animation in there, and then my run animation in there, and then the transitions are if speed is greater or equal to 5, and if speed is less than 5. Okay, so what we can do now is go onto our third person character, and then we can alter it. So we've got our character animation in here, which is AB player for me, and then we can get our character on there as well. So now we can get on with making some events. So what we need first is a variable. I'm going to make it an integer, and I'm going to call it combo number. And I'm just going to compile that. So the default value is 0. That's exactly what we want, because we want it to have some sort of value that's not attached to a specific combat move. So value 0 is going to be going back to the idle or the run or whatever it was in. Combo number 1 is going to be a punch, and combo number 2 is going to be a kick, and combo number 3 is going to be the other kick. Okay, so what I've already done, I've gone onto my project settings and I've made an input action already. So I've input actioned my left mouse button and I've called it combo. So if you can just do that as well. If you don't want to do that, you can get the key directly from your blueprints, like so. If you just wanted to type in left mouse button, you can do it like that. But because I've made the action event for it, then might as well use it. Okay, so what I want to do now is when this is pressed, I want to create a branch. What I'm checking for is to see if this combo number is less than 3. If it is less than 3, then I want it to set to 0. I want it to set the combo number to 0. Okay, so if the combo number is less than 3, if it's not less than 3, double negative there, then set it to 0, and if it is less than 3, then you can continue doing the event. So what I want to do now is set my combo event number, and I want to get a reference to it, and then I want to do a simple addition. So every time that the left mouse button is clicked, I want it to add 1 to the combo number. So essentially, if it's combo 1, then it's going to be the punch. It does this event again, and then it will add another 1, so it turns into the kick. It'll do the event again, and it will add a third one, which will turn into the other kick. And then if it does it again, it will fail, because it's actually greater than 3, and it will set it back to 0, ready for you to do it all over again. Okay, so now what we need is to add a custom event. And we're just going to call this do move, and we're going to call it just here. And then on here, the first thing we need to do is add a sequence, because we've got multiple moves going on here. Now, you'll find that you won't be able to access your animations within the blueprint. That's because they're not yet montages. So what we need to do is, on your moves down here, right click, create anim montage, and do that with all 3 of your moves. So this allows it so we can use them within our blueprints. And also, if you open a montage, you'll notice that there's a couple of different things on here as well. But we'll go through that a little bit more in the next video. Okay, so now that we have got those animation montages ready, we need to get our combo number, type in equals. So if it's equal to 1, it's going to do, we need a branch, don't we? So if it's equal to 1, it's going to play and in montage, and it's going to do the cross punch. All we can do now is copy this, be a bit lazy, plug that into number 2, plug that into number 3, and just change it. So if it's combo number 2, then we're going to change it to the MMA kick, and then the other MMA kick if it's on number 3. Okay, so now you can see that we've got a spare sequence node here. What we're going to do with this one is we are going to add a retriggerable delay. So this retriggerable delay is going to be 2 seconds. So if this event is not ran within 2 seconds, we are going to set the combo number to 0. This means we can restart it from the beginning and it's not going to start halfway through the combo. If we press play, you'll notice that it doesn't work. And the reason why it doesn't work is because on our animation blueprint, we haven't done something that we really need to do. I'm going to go into my content drawer, open up my animation blueprint, go onto my anim graph, and I'm going to add in here something called a default slot. So a default slot allows you to play an animation montage. So I'm going to compile that, and now it should work. You see a punch, side kick, and then a spinning roundhouse kick, and then the character goes back to idle. So if we just play the punch and then wait, the character goes back to idle because it's been over 2 seconds, and then they do the punch again, and then they do the kicks, or if you stop it after the second kick, then it will still start with a punch, which is perfect and exactly what we wanted.